First news story. Everything's about Cyberpunk nowadays. Cyberpunk is creating so much. There's so much going on in the world. Cyberpunk. Let me check. Sorry. So much is going on in the world. Cyberpunk. I just had to make sure I was focused in. So good luck getting a Cyberpunk 2077 refund if you bought a digital PlayStation copy. It looks like PlayStation Store buyers might be out of luck, or shit out of luck for now. So the release of CD Projekt Red's, or CDPR, as it would like to be called, highly anticipated Cyberpunk 2077 is becoming an even bigger mess, and buyers of the digital version of the game from Sony PlayStation Store might not have an easy path, or any path at all, to receive the refund the developers said they could. Sony hasn't officially commented on whether players who bought the game from its digital storefront are eligible for refunds. The company official policy is not to refund customers if they have start playing a game, unless the content is faulty. That's just dumb. Honestly, like there should be at least an hour. Like it should on the digital copy, they should know. Okay, he started this game. He played an hour at least. If you played less than an hour, then don't give them the refund. But if you played more than an hour, that's like it's easy, man. Like sometimes you play a game and it's not what you expect, and like you can do that with a physical copy. You can go to GameStop, and you can refund it like in a week or so. But for some reason, for digital games you can't. So I feel like there should be like an hour limit for the games, which is dumb. Remember that. Now a message from PlayStation support to CNBC journalist Stephen Kovac. Yeah, appears to further confirm that your only option is in this scenario is to turn CDPR's own helpline. It opened specifically to address console refunds for the game. CD Projekt Red is currently working on patches and updates to fix bugs and crashes, and to improve overall gameplay experience of Cyberpunk 2077. Reads the PlayStation support message implying frustrated game players on PS4 should simply wait for the developer to fix the game. That's just stupid. Why didn't you come out with a good game like that wasn't buggy? I play it on PC. My PC is a little bit older. Graphics card's not as good as GTX 1060, but they did say the GTX 1060 is the recommended graphics specs. But even that graphics card, I can barely run it at low and get 60 frames. Like I get maybe 30 to 45, and I go into like a specific, like a really high density area with people and a lot of tall buildings, and it's like at 20 frames. It's just not in great shape, and the bugs are just insane. So it's okay. Sony won't refund Cyberpunk 2077 order even after the game's developer said buyers experiencing problems could get refunds. The game literally crashes my PS4 and is unplayable. Sony's answer: wait for the updates. Sony did not respond to the official request for the comment yesterday regarding this policy on Cyberpunk 2077 refunds. The Verge has reached out again for further clarification regarding the message from PlayStation support. For those not immersed in the Cyberpunk 2077 launch, let's back up a bit. The game released last Tuesday, and it became immediately clear that it was plagued by bugs and deep-seated performance issues that make the game an extremely frustrating experience on the standard PS4 and Xbox One platforms. While it runs generally okay on PS5 and Xbox Series X and PC and Stadia, although with plenty of bugs and crashing depending on your platform and your PC hardware and settings. The game is not well equipped to handle old and underpowered hardware first released in 2013. Again, the game started in they announced it in 2012, so they were in pre-production from 2012 to 2015. Obviously, in that time period, they're working on Witcher 3. Witcher 3 came out in 2015, so they had 5 full years of regular production and post-production. So they had 7 years to work on this game, and just yeah. Yeah, CDPR released a statement. Recommended player who want their money back from console version of the game to request a refund. The company said to request refunds for Microsoft or Sony, and email the developer as a last resort. Their famous yellow tag, yellow background with their article. They've done so many because they've delayed this game like 3-4 times. They should probably delay it again. They should have probably delayed it till like March at least. Because the PC version doesn't run well either. They should honestly. I would rather have had them delay it again than the way it came out. Like I honestly want to play it. It's the gameplay is amazing. The world is awesome. It just doesn't run well, man. It doesn't run well. It's buggy as hell. Like I had a scene where I like was fighting these guys, and like there's this one guy that was sitting on the couch, and there's two of his friends were around the couch. I start shooting at the guys around the couch. I killed them. For some reason, it triggered something where that guy on the couch like just launched into the air, and like the couch launched as well. It was crazy. There's so many goddamn bugs. It's insane. The company executives only revealed as much in a call with investors earlier this week, where they blamed the oversight and fixation on the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S version of the game for the issues plaguing current gen platforms. They should have just made this an exclusive game for those consoles, which sucks. But like they probably knew eventually into the development where they were just like, yeah, we can't run these games well on a PS4 or Xbox One. And I've heard, PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, it doesn't run amazing as well. So why not just cancel those and make it like a next gen exclusive, and including PC? But again, you want that money. But then you think you want the money from the console base that's around, like the PS4, PS4 Pro, Xbox One Series X1, Xbox One X. Sorry. There's like 100 million PS4s out there, maybe 50 million Xbox Ones. So that's 150 million people you could maybe get, a purchase from. And they got 10 million. They got 8 million pre-orders, and they had 10 million units sold already. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna sell anymore, because there's a big stink on this game now that it's just really buggy. But I think people are not gonna buy this game. They're gonna wait. I feel like waiting. My friend bought this game for me as my birthday present, which I really appreciate from my friend Hassan, and it just sucks that the game just doesn't run well. It just, I don't know, it's kind of deterring me from playing it. I was playing it on stream, and like it was so much of a draw on my computer that the stream started like running slow. So I decided I'm not gonna stream the game because it's just not gonna look good. The frame rate's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be on low settings. Who's gonna want to watch a stream where the graphic settings are low? And like, I don't have an RTX 3090. If I had an RTX 3090, then I would probably not complain about the graphics at all. But what can you do? Honestly, you can't really do anything. Okay. Oh, I spent like 13 minutes on this news story. So yeah, I could read more into it, but yeah. So this information received our assistance requires a refund on console Cyberpunk 2077, as the email was sent automatically. We kindly ask you not to reply. We get back to you as soon as possible, no later than the end of 2020. No later. Jesus. This is sometimes like, I guess it would be good to have a physical copy, but I can't go back. I don't want to be carrying on crazy discs and shit everywhere, but whatever. Okay, let's get to the next Cyberpunk storyline. Not right now. Okay, it is definitely appropriation. The use of the Tamoka in Cyberpunk 2077. So when I looked at the story, I'm like, what the hell is a Tamoka? And I looked up and down this article, and then I finally noticed that, oh, okay, this is a Tamoka, this little tattoo thing. So again, people are just losing their minds on cultural appropriation. The inclusion of the Tamoka in Cyberpunk 2077 has left gamer and design consultants shocked. Oh my god, they're shocked that there's a guy with a tattoo on his face. Oh my god. Oh no. What are we gonna do with our lives? As a gamer, it doesn't. Shocked by a hyped dystopian video game. As a gamer, it doesn't ruin the entire game, but it casts a shadow on it. For me, as an indigenous person, said Morgan Watson, the creative director of MW Consultancy. And Phase 4 games. I can't, in good conscience, play this game when I know that they've taken something sacred from our people, and just because it looks cool, I know it looks cool, and it's not any reason to just steal it. Are people this dumb? Like, seriously, are they really this dumb? Like, think of it like as like, shouldn't you be honored that something that cool is like in a video game? Like your culture is like in a video game. Like how often do you see that kind of stuff? Like how often do you see this tattoo in movies, TV shows, video games? Like if it was an Aboriginal looking person, would you be offended? Like with this character, like let's say if you change his character to be more Aboriginal looking or more, I don't like the term Indian, but like because I guess it's cultural appropriation, but they're Aboriginals in my brain. But this guy could look Aboriginal, but as soon as you turn him white or you turn him Asian, then it's considered racist. Like, it's just stupid. Like, okay, I'm Pakistani in origin, right? So, but if I saw somebody wearing Pakistani clothing or Pakistani like style designs, I wouldn't be pissed. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I can't believe there's a game with stuff like that in there. That's awesome. I just think cultural appropriation is the stupidest thing ever. In that to the left, like people who are very liberal think of, like it's just so dumb. I think it's just the dumbest thing ever. Like, do you guys know about history? Like history is literally cultural appropriation. You know what we've done with other cultures? Like other cultures, human beings have gone and killed other people's cultures and then taken their culture on as their own. This has happened for thousands of years. Why don't you care about those people? Why don't you care about the people the Mongolians killed? Like those cultures gone. Why don't you care about that? You care about this. It's just so dumb. Like who cares? Everything is cultural appropriation. Your culture, the Aboriginal culture, whichever this tattoo comes from, this was probably stolen from somebody else. This was definitely stolen by somebody else. Like every culture takes from the other culture and adds it together. That's what makes human beings awesome. Is because we can take shit from other people and use it for our own. Is it cultural appropriation to eat Chinese food if you're not Chinese? Is it cultural appropriation if you're not Indian to eat Indian food or sushi food? Like sushi with Japanese food, sorry. It's just dumb. It's just so dumb. It really bothers me that people get pissed off about this. And this lady, she's offended, but there's probably another person who is the same background as her, same Aboriginal background, and loves that this character has this tattoo. You know? And he's like, yo, they have this tattoo in here? I bet you there's a person out there that's like some Aboriginal guy who comes from the same Aboriginal background with the Mocha, and he saw the game. He's like, oh, I can put this tattoo on my face. That's just dope. I don't think these people know that in the game you can be any race. You can change your color. Like, you are just fucking idiots. I can't in good conscience play a game when I know they've taken something sacred from our people just because it's so cool. You probably took that from another tribe of people. Just so fucking dumb. Before the games go release, blah blah. Yeah. December leaked screen grab of character with the Moko Kayoe. I don't know how to say that. Sorry, I apologize. A traditional tattoo worn by females was circulated online. I was super shocked. I was so shocked, Watson, after seeing the image, cultural appropriation in the rife in the gaming industry. How about this? Okay. Do you wear a pantsuit and tie? Do you wear that? Like, do you wear business formal clothing? Should people should Italian? I think Italians were the ones who created business formal. I'm not too sure. Maybe it was the British who created it, but do you think they get pissed off when somebody wears clothes? Like, oh, they're going to a business formal get together, and they wear business clothes and then do you think they get pissed off? Like, oh, you're taking away my culture. They don't care. They don't give a shit. It's just so dumb. I remember watching a video from PragerU, and there was this white guy who dressed up in the Chinese get up with the red Chinese I don't know what's called, the clothing, and with the pointy hat, and he walked around a college campus, and everybody in the college campus was offended. there was more white people that were offended than Chinese people, even though Chinese people at that campus were probably offended as well. But then the funny thing is, he goes to Chinatown in that same area where he talks to older Chinese people, and the older Chinese people love it. They're like, "Oh, it's awesome! You're wearing our fits nice on you. It looks fits nice." And I think it's just a younger generation problem. The older generation doesn't care. They think it's cool. They think you're being honorable to them. They think like, "Oh, look at this guy. He's appreciating my culture." It should be cultural appreciation, not culture appropriation. Every culture has been appropriated. Your Aboriginal culture was appropriated by other cultures. You were the culture that won out, that lived in the end. Because people don't realize this. 60 years ago, man, we were all fighting wars. We were all killing each other in tribes. You don't realize that so many cultures have died, and like different cultures have survived because they had to. Because back in the day, people would die. Oh man, I'm going up for small. People would die, and their culture would just end. And the only way the culture comes back is if they find remains of a different culture. Why do you think the Aztecs like stuff is still around? Their culture is dead, but they found their remains. They found their old structures, old buildings. But even they think that's I don't know, it's just so dumb, man. It's probably the dumbest thing. Not cultural appropriation, cultural appreciation. Think of it like that. Role-playing game developed by a Polish company. Don't appear to have any other reference to Maori culture. Shut the fuck up, seriously. These people are so dumb. Watson, who has been a gamer for more than 20, 30 years, saw and sneak preview of the game at the festival. Oh my god. I can't even watch this. Is this her? That's a dope tattoo. You see what dumb.
You didn't know part of their character customization includes tamako. A CD Projekt Red, if you are unsure, it is cultural appropriation. Here's the thing, if you can Google image search Māori tattoos, then you can Google search Māori cultural consultation. Gear would have been the first in the list. Good SEO there. Here's what's wrong with it. No.
I can't even talk to her. I can't even hear her talk, honestly. You can tell by the color here that she's an SJW. Maori and Polynesian culture designs have been appropriated in games before. Ramsey highlighted the customization in Tony Hawk and whatever. That's a pretty cool tattoo. And it's only females that wear it? That's interesting. The Maori culture is pretty badass. I think those are the people who do the haka dance. Have you seen it? Where like these guys, oh, I gotta show you a video. It's super cool. Let me show you. Wait. Haka. So in New Zealand, they do this. So all their teams, they do this before a game to intimidate the other. Team. This should be like an old war cry, like where they were just before they would go to battle, they would just do to intimidate everybody else. This is pretty badass. Like this is cool. Like if I decided to do this, is this culture appropriation? Am I a racist, or am I just like this is cool? This is dope. Like. There's a bunch of white people there too. Are they racist? That guy's a racist for sure. 100%. Oh, he can't do that tongue. That tongue is racist right there. You can't do that. Just dumb. It's a dope fucking thing. Like it's freaking cool as hell. Like, and can you just appreciate it? Like, do you have to be from that culture to appreciate it? Like, okay, I'm going a little bit longer. I want to play some Call of Duty. All right, let's. Oh, and speaking of Call of Duty, the next storyline. A new invisibility glitch is wreaking havoc in Call of Duty Warzone. Let's see. Call of Duty Warzone players are getting murked by an invisible foes thanks to game developers' latest helicopter glitch they aren't happy about. Warzone's latest season went live earlier this week, adding a map, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War weapons, attack helicopters that players can exploit to turn invisible. The new glitch is pretty straightforward and involves grabbing hold of a self-revive kit and getting into a new helicopter and then promptly crashing it. That's interesting. I haven't seen this yet. So let me just watch this video.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the God Mode glitch in Warzone. This will make you invisible and invincible. You guys will not die no matter what, and you will win. You're going to need a self-revive.
Let me skip this.
If you guys are timing right with that, you guys get into the passenger seat.
I don't want to see this entire video.
And switch into the passenger seat. Right before the helicopter explodes, you're going to switch into the gunner seat. So right here. Right before I did, you guys saw my hands were still holding how the hands will hold the gun on the side of the helicopter, and if you guys have done it correctly, when you respawn, you'll see that your legs are invisible like I can't see mine, and then if you switch to your secondary weapon, your hands will try to hold the gun like this. So you can see it's trying to hold
shit, it's a chopper gunner.
And I obviously I'm walking around, I don't have the turret.
I haven't run into this lobby with this glitch in yet.
I am invincible.
So
look,
this is
guy
gotta be
right
so
here, he literally
annoying.
has no idea I exist. Hey bud, how's it going? He doesn't know I exist. I am invincible and invisible. This guy will never
This
be able
guy's
to
so
kill me.
pissed.
So that is the God Mode glitch in
Imagine
Warzone
being
you
that
guys
guy.
Go ahead and do right now. Again, this works on Plunder, on regular Warzone, and on
I wonder if they fixed the glitch. Maybe I should try it. Okay. I would be so pissed if it was the other dude. Like, what the fuck is going on? Alright, thank you guys watching for the gaming roundup. I'm